Hello everybody and welcome to my NXT review. A lot of big things happening on the show tonight for NXT, and pretty much to kick off the show for NXT tonight, we got the of course the return of Mauro Ranallo, who kicked off the show, talking about what was going to happen tonight after the theme play. At least it's good to see Mauro Ranallo back and everything. Hopefully we don't see nothing more. Well, I'm sure we all know what the whole situation went on and everything with the Corey Graves thing, but he is back on commentary this week, so hopefully this guy doesn't have any more problems and stuff going on, because I knew it was already alarming when he wasn't there last week. So Mauro now, at least he is back this week. So I don't know how the whole thing did get hashed out with him and Graves. I don't know, but he was back on commentary this week. But before he could even finish saying what he was going to say, Killian Dane was in the ring. He demanded a match right now because the match with Damian Priest was canceled. So next thing you know, Pete Dunn came out then. Pretty much his knee was taped up, and this was a good match to kick off the show with him and Killian Dane, Pete Dunn. I've said what I've said about Killian Dane before, because I don't think Killian Dane's bad. It just feels he's kind of random out there sometimes when they're trying to push him to wherever he's going out here. But him and Pete Dunn did put on a really good match, though. That was very enjoyable. It was an interesting finish, though. I will say that. Because, of course, Pete Dunn going for his whole finger block thing and stuff. But, it was cool that he dodged the Vader bomb and caught him just to do the whole finger break thing. Dane pretty much, knocked Dunn out of it with a power bomb then after that. And pretty much Dunn blocked another one, the whole Vader bomb thing, which they were both on the top rope. And Pete Dunn put him into a sleeper. So, pretty much Dane fell asleep. He fell on his back on top of Dunn and ended up getting the win. So it didn't take a finisher to beat Pete Dunn. In a way, it was like a random win, basically, to beat him. He didn't beat him with a finisher. He didn't beat him with a move. He basically beat him because Pete Dunn put him to sleep, and Killian Dane landed on top of him, pretty much knocking Pete Dunn down so he could get the win right there. So that was actually a creative way of finishing the match when you think about it, because it's like, hey, this giant dude fell on me. He pretty much squashed me like a bug, so I guess he wasn't able to get out of that then. So a very really good, it was a pretty good match though, but an interesting finish of how it went instead of going by a finisher of whatnot. They then went to Dakota Kai, talking about Rhea Ripley. She wants to be the savior and hero and everything. Well, that's not happening. Dakota Kai said Tegan Knox is not here anymore, and Rhea Ripley is stupid, and she's going to take her out tonight, just like she took out that hood rat Mia Yim. So we going to this shit now, I see. Fuck you for the hood rat line, which I'm sure I know what a lot of people are going to say when it comes to that. But yes, Dakota Kai called Mia Yim a hood rat, but pretty much going on from that then, with Dakota Kai calling him out, getting a match with Rhea Ripley tonight. Undisputed Era came out. Adam Cole, Roderick Strong, and Kyle O'Reilly. Bobby Fish was not there. I believe he is legitimately injured. Hopefully it's not too bad, but to what I've heard, it was a head injury or as a neck injury, Adam Cole put. But as Undisputed Era came out to do their entrance, Adam Cole said this is a November to remember, saying that it was a successful Survivor Series weekend. They made Raw and SmackDown look stupid and embarrassed them, that the year of the prophecy have just begun, and that the November may be over, but we still got a lot to do. And Cole pretty much says, but we're treated with just bad stuff with the whole neck injury, and Keith Lee ragdolling him around last week, throw him into the crowd. Basically, he said, I'm not a ragdoll to the crowd, and I deserve respect. Cole pretty much says that, pretty much Cole stood there, and then people started chanting bask in his glory then. But, we got to overcome another obstacle, and that's Finn Balor, because Finn Balor blindsided him last week with that kick, and he demanded answers from Finn Balor tonight, right now. But instead of Finn Balor, they got Keith Lee coming out then. Pretty much Kyle O'Reilly got on the mic and said, oh, look at right here. We got the moment maker and everything. Look, he did all the stuff in War Games and Survivor Series and whatnot. And you just do all these moments. You want to show all these moments you got, huh? You're the belle of the ball right now. You did War Games. You were in Survivor Series. You were going toe to toe with Roman Reigns, and you lost. But Keith Lee says, I'm gonna give credit and everything. I'm not only a moment maker. I'm a game changer. And you may have all the gold right now and everything, but he may have nothing to show for it, but he's managed to make Adam Cole into a viral gif of throwing him nearly 10 feet into the crowd last week. And pretty much, he was part of the winning team of War Games, and then he looked at Kyle O'Reilly's title as O'Reilly said, hey, my eyes are up here, and pretty much says that, he says, what are you looking at? And Lee pretty much went on to, say that I'm just looking of whose title am I going to take first, the tag or the North American one, or even the NXT championship. Adam Cole pretty much said that, listen, you're about to pretty much get your ass kicked right now, basically, since he looked at the titles. They started to jump Keith Lee, but Keith Lee pretty much got over them, taking down O'Reilly and Strong. Adam Cole got out of dodge, but Tommaso Ciampa came from behind, attacking Adam Cole, throwing him back into the ring. Keith Lee was about to hit the Spirit Bomb, but the Undisputed Era got him out of there, and they started headed for the hills then, getting out of dodge. As, Ciampa pretty much picked up the title. Old Goldie right there in the ring to pick up. Zia Lee cut a promo about Shayna Baszler. Pretty much happened last week, saying she's going to say you're going to get ready to fight a warrior tonight. They aired an interview with Kushida. Kushida talked about his wrist. The biggest match in his WWE career was going against Walter a couple months ago, but doctors said he would be out for 2 months due to breaking his wrist. And they showed Kushida pretty much hanging out with his family, his wife, and his daughter, and he talked about that his injury taught him about love, and that why he moved to America to give his family a better life, and pretty much says that, he's not fighting for himself now, he's fighting for his family. And Kushida was returning tonight after being gone for 2 months. So a good promo video about Kushida, and pretty much talking about his return tonight also, because we have not seen Kushida since his match with Walter. So Kushida was going to return tonight. Shayna Baszler went against Zia Lee. Not a bad match, I will say that. It was pretty good. Of course, Baszler's always working on the limbs. They pretty much were on the top rope. Baszler pretty much blocked the Sunset Bomb, but Lee came back with a power bomb in. Pretty much Baszler, countered, because she countered Zia Lee's, spinning kick she does, and, a tornado DDT, putting her into the Karafuda clutch then, pretty much having Lee tap out then after that, so another win for Shayna Baszler. A good match, pretty quick, but it was pretty good. Cassius Ohno was walking around, pretty much says, if you haven't seen Worlds Collide and everything, say he's the greatest British wrestler right now, because you haven't seen Cassius. We have not seen Cassius Ohno for a very long time in NXT. Cassius Ohno, to the last time, if I'm not mistaken, he's been in the UK version of NXT. I don't know what he's really doing down there. I don't know who he's beaten or how many wins he has down there in the UK version of the show, but he is now back on regular NXT. The Forgotten Sons, I did not give a shit what they do at this point, that I was skipping through about most of the match, and it was a squash match of anyways. Who were they going against? Adrian Atlantis and Leon Ruff. They said they were from the Evolve promotion. Listen, I don't care. Forgotten Sons won. The only thing you could really talk about is Gunnar Jackson Riker there hitting a big choke slam on Ruff on the apron of the ring that looked deadly. That's all you can really take from this, because I just don't give a shit about the Forgotten Sons. Once I heard about the Forgotten Sons, like I said before, it's time for me to go to the bathroom then, okay? Gunner's good, but the other two, it's not working, okay? It's dead. It's just, I just hit Forgotten Sons. I just don't give a shit, alright? Dakota Kai came out. She had a new intro music and a video wall of her beating up Tegan Knox, killing her. As Rhea Ripley came out then, pretty much says, yes, your setup was, clever at TakeOver. But now, I have my own setup. Mia Yim ended up coming out, attacking Dakota Kai in, pretty much beating the hell out of her. This was not a match. Mia Yim just pretty much kicked the living shit out of her, beating her up all the way to the back then, as, pretty much then after that, Ripley was still out there. Shayna Baszler, Jessamine Duke, and Marina Shafir came out. Ripley was in the ring ready to go. Pretty much they all came in and tried to attack Ripley. Ripley had the upper hand, fighting them off. Baszler kept trying to get the careful to clutch in on Ripley. Ripley was able to fight out of it, but Shafir and Duke came back in, and they ended up holding, Ripley's arms, pulling them outside the ring as Baszler had to clutch in, pretty much taking her down as if she was on the second rope. Pretty much pulling her back as referees came in to break it up. Baszler said, "Not so tough, huh, Nightmare?" Pretty much says, you know what? This title is going to be on the line. It's going to be on the line December 18th. She said 2 weeks. So, funny, got a lot of title shots in the next 2 weeks, I see. It's funny, I hear one night, early in the night, AEW, Jericho's got a title shot on the 18th. Now, Baszler and Ripley going for the title on the 18th, too. Kathy Kelly interviewed Tommaso Ciampa, Keith Lee, talking about their 6-man tag match against Undisputed Era tonight. Pretty much, Donovan Dijak back says he's ready to go back to war. Let's do it. Finn Balor had a video package promoted in. Pretty much talked about how he shocked the system to the Undisputed Era last week to what he did to Adam Cole. They talk about all these guys from Riddle to Ciampa to Gargano. Everybody wants to be the flag bearer of NXT and everything. I'm the original flag bearer of NXT, as Balor says. And that everybody wants a piece. Because everyone right now is playing checkers, but Balor is the one playing chess, okay? Because pretty much told Adam Cole, checkmate. So a lot of things going on. A good video package promo by Finn Balor. He's playing chess, not checkers, because he was the original flag bearer to NXT, and I thought that was a really good video. The Mia Yim attacking Dakota Kai thing was good. I'm sure that's going to be a match next week, which it is a match next week, by the way, too. And, of course, the Ripley-Baszler feud continues. It was a good brawl and a title match set up in the next 2 weeks. They had a video package for Isaiah Scott Swerve out there for his promo. Matt Riddle went against Cassius Ohno. Can I just say, Chris Hero, Cassius Ohno, whatever you want to call him, got no reaction when he came out. And I like Cassius Ohno, but this did him no favors, honestly, in a way. So let me get this straight. This guy's been in the UK show for a minute now. I don't know what he's really done over there. He came back to regular NXT. No reaction. The last time I do remember when he was in NXT, he was getting beat up by Matt Riddle in like seconds at TakeOver. And basically, this was a good match and everything, but it's hard to believe in Cassius Ohno now, because why did you bring him back all the way from the UK show just to bring him back on the TV to lose? Because, listen, Matt Riddle wasn't really about to lose, okay? He really wasn't, all right? So, I don't know why they had Cassius Ohno come out there and lose. They could have just put him against anybody, and he could have won the match. And like I said, this was a good match with Riddle, but this does Cassius Ohno no favors, because, like, dude, wasn't you losing to Matt Riddle before you even left to go to the UK show? So, what favors did this do for Cassius Ohno? I honestly asked that. It just didn't make a lot of sense to me, okay? It was a good match, but what was the point of bringing him back from the UK show just to have him lose? Makes no sense. It does not make any type of sense. But pretty much other than that, Kushida came out. You know, he still got the Marty McFly thing going on, like he did in New Japan, time splitter or whatnot. And he was about to go against Raul Mendoza, but as Mendoza came out, basically Trevor Lee, Cameron Grimes or whatnot, hit him with a double stomp, which I thought was hilarious, by the way. He just came out of nowhere. He says, Kushida, you're fighting me now. Mendoza, just, I don't know, man. Can't catch a break. Kushida pretty much went against Cameron Grimes then. This wasn't a bad match, honestly. Pretty much Kushida ended up hitting a roll-up on lead in to take him down. So, this was a good match. I'm sure this may be a feud or whatnot pretty soon. But Mendoza, man, just couldn't get it. But this was a better matchup with Lee and Kushida. And it was a good return match for Kushida anyway. So it's not like Kushida was going to lose. But I am interested to see this feud between him and Lee. So we will see what happens if this continues on, okay? They had a promo video for Garza Jr. and Leo Rush next week for the Cruiserweight Championship. Undisputed Era went against Keith Lee, Tommaso Ciampa, and Donovan Dijak. This was a fun 6-man tag that was really good. I'll tell you, man, just Dijak and all these guys just doing all these crazy jumps is insane for people their size, especially Dijak doing a springboard. Whatever not 630, but some twist move out to the ring on everybody. Looks insane. And I think what really to talk about is the ending of this match, because you have Kyle O'Reilly and Dijak on the top rope. The referee was pretty much getting involved. Adam Cole was about to come in and do something, but next thing you know, Finn Balor came from behind, hit a big shotgun dropkick on Cole into the referee, knocking down both Dijak and O'Reilly. Balor pretty much ended up hitting a Bloody Sunday on Tommaso Ciampa, and he was about to go for Adam Cole, but I swear this was the coolest thing out of the night, though. Keith Lee just shows up behind Balor like a freaking monster, like a horror movie, just like, you know what he reminded me of? It's like he shows up like Jason from behind, just showing up out of nowhere, like you know something's about to go down. Or reminds me of Debo showing up in next Friday, just popping up, just like he just rose from the underground, popping up like, yo, you do not want, you don't want to mess with this guy. Like Keith Lee just look like a monster movie villain out there, just shows up from behind Balor, grabbing him by his neck. Just go back and look at it. Look cool as ever, okay? And Keith Lee ended up in the Spirit Bomb on Finn Balor, and and next you know, Adam Cole, he pretty much hit a super kick on Keith Lee. He was going for the Shining Wizard, but next thing you know, Keith Lee hit the jackhammer for the win. And as Keith Lee stood tall, then William Regal came out. Pretty much says that Adam Cole will defend his title on December the 18th. And he said it will be a triple threat match next week, though. Finn Balor versus Tommaso Ciampa versus Keith Lee for a shot at the NXT title in the next few weeks. So a very crazy ending to tonight's show with NXT. Really fun show tonight, I will say that. Keith Lee's just looking like a star out there, man. Keith Lee, once again, is on a roll right now since Survivor Series weekend, pinning the NXT champion. I just thought that moment with Balor just looked freaking cool out there. Had some good mic time out there, and it's going to be in a triple threat match next week also. Hey, man, I would be surprised if he wins, though, too, because I feel like they're going to have a feud, but, you know, they got Balor going after everybody right now, but could be a feud with him and Ciampa next after that. Well, I don't know where it's going to happen next week, but that's going to be a good triple threat match next week between Lee, Ciampa, and Balor out there, so very fun main event, very enjoyable, and I like the ending. I really did like the ending to tonight's show and set up for next week. So a very fun episode of NXT tonight. I did enjoy from the main event to a lot of promo segments with Undisputed Era, Keith Lee and all of them. Dunn versus Dane was a pretty good match. I liked Ohno and Riddle, but that just didn't make any sense to me. We got to see the return of Kushida tonight on here also, as well as Ohno, but you already know what I said about Cassius Ohno. So yeah, that's basically mostly what was NXT tonight, and you know what, me and Yim attacking Dakota Kai, and you know, Baszler setting a challenge down for Rhea Ripley in the next few weeks for the NXT Women's Championship. But other than that, a fun show for NXT tonight, very enjoyable. So yeah. Other than that, I'm out of here. I'll see you guys later. Comment, subscribe, tell me what you think about the show tonight. Follow me on Twitter at HoodieKnight890. And check out this review and my AEW review uploaded, whatever these things are uploaded tonight at some time. So yeah, right now. But I'm out of here. I'll see you guys later. Peace out.